something went on here, something went on there. And
this time on TNT, Jared gives us the latest on Ronnie and Bro. We find out about these two new jazz musicians called Scats Ass. And Gord has some new songs for Bernie. That's all coming up right now on TNT.
Hello!
Hello?
It's 1:49.
Put my horse trailer on Kijiji, bud.
No, you didn't.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man. Okay, so we don't have to talk about price, but let's talk about when you put it on to how long till you sold it.
Well, I want to tell you all about it.
Okay.
It's a two-banger.
It's a what?
Two-banger. It's a two-horse trailer.
Love it.
And the reason that it's a good one is because it has slant stalls, with a spring-loaded clicky.
What does that mean?
It means you can turn the horse around inside the trailer.
Whoa.
Because the stall's on a slant instead of having to back them off.
No way.
Yeah.
That's great.
So here's the thing. It's a Travelong Bandit, 2007. It's actually my father-in-law's trailer.
Yeah.
But he said we might as well sell it. So we put it on Kijiji.
Yeah.
Before, as I was trying to figure out what to put on it for a price, and this is a good lesson. I was trying to figure out what to put on it for a price, so I was kind of looking around what's out there, what is available, what does the market have, what will it hold? If you looked elsewhere, what would this trailer yield?
Yeah.
So I found a woman's ad who said, I'm looking for a two-banger in this price range. Give me a shout if you got one. So I gave her a shout, right?
Sure you
And
did.
I was like, well, I got one. It's in the same price range. I was going to fire it on there right now. And I didn't hear back from her. So here's what I did. I put the ad up on Kijiji. Here's my price. Here's my trailer. The woman writes back and says, well, I'm still looking, she says.
Oh, she fires the I'm still looking as in
so
like
I
the
says,
price
well, I this meets your parameters. And she says, well, I live 3.5 hours away. So it's hard for me to get up to take a look at it. But what is it like? And I said, well, it's in great shape. Tires are good. Has a bit of surface rust. So she says, can you send me pictures of the surface rust? So I do. I'm being very honest, as you should.
Sure.
And I say, it's not structural damage, it's surface rust. This trailer has not been used hard. It's in great shape. You won't find a better one. That's just true. Because my father-in-law does not let things go bad.
Yeah.
So, meanwhile, she says, see, what keeps happening is I've had a line on a trailer, and because we live 3.5 hours away, I'll say we'll be up Saturday, and I'll call Friday to say, is the trailer still there? And the guy will say, no, I sold it.
Oh, man.
Meanwhile, I get 4 emails from guys. 1 says, I'll be right there. 2 says, I'll take it if it's not gone. 3 says, please get back to me. I want to come first thing in the morning. And 4 says, if it's over 14 feet, I'll take it.
And it's over 14 feet?
Well, I could have sold it 5 times. The ad was up for an hour.
So why did you still talk to the lady who kept giving you the stories?
Because I'm fair.
No.
So I says to the 4 guys who says they'll take it, I says, I think it's gone, but if it's not, I'll let you know. And they all wrote back and said, okay, please let us know if it's not gone.
Yeah.
So then I get into this dance with this lady where I say, well, look, I understand that you've had a few slip out from under your nose. I get that it's not fair or someone didn't do what they said they were going to do.
Sorry, by the way, throwing out the I think it's gone, but I'll get back to you is a great move. They're just baited.
Well, it's not bad.
Yeah.
Here's what else I did. I sent a copy of the email that the guy said, I'll take it right now. I sent it to the lady.
Oh,
so I was like,
nice.
see this? I'm not bluffing. I could have sold this 5 ways from Sunday.
Yeah.
So she says, is it inspected? And I went to look at the sticker and I was like, darn it, it's not inspected. But I'll certainly...
Oh, no, she found the loopsie.
I'll certainly get it inspected before I take it.
No
So I take it to get inspected. I was worried because I was only using a 2-inch ball and it needs 2 5/16.
Okay.
But I borrowed one from my father-in-law. So, because mine are out with the trailers. So, take it down to get inspected. Lights won't turn on because there's a ground wire. Needs a ground wire. They're on, but they're dim.
Ooh.
So she says, can I come up at the end of the week. And I say, well, I'm actually leaving because we're going on tour. I didn't say we're going on tour, but I said I'm leaving town. Mm-hmm. So she said, well, that only leaves Wednesday night that we could take come down and meet you halfway. And I was like, well, the mechanic's not going to be able to get the work done by then. So either you take it and get the work done yourself, which is fine with me, or you have to wait. And she was suddenly, although I had been extremely trustworthy, I felt like she was suddenly not trusting me, which I didn't think was very fair.
Yeah.
So I said, look, could have sold it a whole bunch of times. I'm holding it for you because you spoke for it first. How serious are you? And she said, well, I'm very, very interested. I just can't get down there in a hurry. Anyway, I'm already getting bored of the story. But the short answer is Mike was able to get some time off work on Saturday. So he's going to drive up on Saturday. And assuming the inspection is done, it's going to be done. But she confessed to me that Mike was wanting to beat me up on the price a little bit because of the cost of fuel to come all the way down here to get it. Mm-hmm. And I said, well, it's funny because I asked my father-in-law if I should have listed it higher, if I could have sold it 5 times in the first hour. And he was like, nope, you want to sell something? Sell it. Put a fair price on it and sell it. Mm-hmm. Because you could chew into, say you made an extra $500, but it took you 2 weeks of haggling with someone to get it. That's not worth it.
Doesn't, like, can you come here and get it be part of your deal? That's completely fair.
Well, that is completely fair. And as someone I love very much pointed out to me, it's not a delivery service. I have something that someone wants. I don't need to go out of my way to make it easy for them. They can come get it.
Exactly.
So he's coming to get it, and it looks like she's sold.
Well, there you go.
But what you can't say is, look, I know there are a lot of liars on Kijiji and people that falsely advertise things or mislead the state of something. I don't need to sell it. I'm selling it because we felt like it's time. How do you say I'm not a lying piece of human garbage without saying that?
I don't know. I think you just be honest. That's all. It's fine. People understand.
I know, but if someone says that, then in a way, your spidey senses go up. Like, wait a minute, why do you feel the need to tell me you're not a piece of human garbage?
Yeah, well.
There you go, bud.
Life's tough sometimes, especially on Kijiji.
Travelong Bandit. There you go.
Because, they say, don't do business with family, and Kijiji is only business with strangers.
I know, but it's also awesome. It's also great because we're not in a rush to sell it, but in theory, if this woman buys it, which I believe she will, as long as nothing shimmies on Saturday, that's kind of great. She's put up a thing looking for a trailer. I sent her a message saying I have one. That's pretty good. Sometimes people get
I thought when you put something up on Kijiji, you get 100 offers that are 20% out of what your offer is.
Well, I'm going to tell you something. If they had come all this way and I was here and they wanted to haggle, the answer would have been absolutely not.
Marvin Hagler?
Yeah. Speaking of sorting and selling and sifting, you've been a busy little beaver.
Oh, filling bins, bud. Filling bins at Ronnie and Beryl's place.
So give the people the update on how they're doing and where they're going and why you're filling bins.
So the house is sold. I think I don't know if I mentioned that.
I don't think you did.
The house is sold. And we got him an apartment in Barrie. So Ronnie's coming back to Barrie. All on the anniversary of Copperhead Road.
Which is beautiful.
The Copperhead Road tour that Steve Earle's doing across the country. And the guy that played Copperhead Road every day, all the time, in Barrie at the apartment underneath us. So it's coming full circle the whole time-wise. The fact that it's been a full 30 years back to Barrie. But we spent 2 days filling 2 big, huge bins with just stuff from the house that's not needed. So...
Well, I noticed you put up some pictures of from the Van Halen tour and stuff. Is that why? Is all that stuff at your folks' place?
Honestly, because when I first started with OLP in 93, I was living at my parents' house. I was only 17. So the first 3 or 4 years of us on tour, I was still living at home. And then well, what happened is I got them a place, and I got my own, but I lived in that place. So I bought them a house, but lived in it. I had a room in it. And then I bought my own place downtown in like 97 or 98. So that was by the time I was like, 22, 23. I had my own place downtown. But so I left all my stuff in that house. So they ended up having everything of mine from when I was a little kid to that age, to the mid to late 90s, plus all the stuff that my parents collected. My mom would collect anything to do with Our Lady Peace. Powering off. Oh, that's annoying. Battery lady.
I didn't know that. I didn't know you lived at that house.
Yeah, no, for a little while, and then I moved downtown, and bought a loft. But the place, like everything I had, from like little school books and to all the early photos of tours and my own pictures, and those times when you have a camera when you're 18, 19 and you're on a plane, you just take pictures out the window and you actually put the pictures in an album.
Awesome.
You know what I mean? Like that kind of like, wow, cool. When it's like absolutely not cool, like to look at now, those photos of buildings that I don't even know of all these places in Europe. Just say, that's a great building, but I don't know what it is or where it's from.
Like, well, that's old.
It's a bad picture. Oh, yeah. That's old. How old is that? Oh, that's fucking old. But yeah, so it was digging through all the memories of that time. It was, and obviously Jet was there. Jetson being the king of carrying, I call him. And he's such a strong guy that he was throwing stuff into the bin like a Hulk. And Lisa was there helping out.
That's a bad move.
Oh, for sure. So it was just a...
So what were your folks doing while you guys were cleaning?
Just hanging out.
Just hanging?
We took them to the doctor, too, yesterday to get them sorted. And now that once they go to Barrie, they'll have a doctor coming in once a week to make sure everything's cool. And a doctor, also a specialist to see if their medication's right and if they have to update anything or, maybe something else. If they need something else, it might be necessary, instead of just giving them the same thing and that's till they're gone, So it's my dad's gonna probably need a little bit more oxygen, and having Jet living in Barrie now too, it's like 20 minutes or 5 minutes away, and we're living where we are is only like top of Richmond Hill, so it's only 45 minutes for us too. So it's great to have them close. The kids will see them more.
Awesome.
It'll be easier for them. There's an elevator. They don't have to walk around and trip over mud. So it's great.
So how are they feeling about it? Because that's a big page turn for them.
Yeah. No, they're I think that they were a little bit shocked just because it was kind of not necessarily their choice. It was more by their health,
yeah,
and being out in the middle of nowhere. So they were a little apprehensive, I'm sure, but they kind of have settled into the idea now that they see what's going on and the clutter is kind of removed, that the things will be a little bit simpler, and they'll be in a new place, a smaller place with no shit to pile up anywhere, you know what I mean? There's no... Because they moved into that house with too much stuff, so
in
it ended up being
place, yeah.
Yeah, it ended up being there was a room full of boxes to begin with. So now they'll be in a place with a room and a kitchen and a bedroom and only stuff that they need and nothing extra.
It's great.
And so it'll be great. The kids will be able to see them all the time now, so they're psyched. And it's. The fact that it's happening right at summertime is even better. Jet's got a pool now.
Really?
Yeah. Jet got a pool put in last year.
An above grounder or in grounder?
An in grounder.
How does he like it?
he loves it.
Did he get the heat onto it?
I'm sure he's got all that stuff. His son Doug loves it, and we got to go utilize it and get in there this summer. He's got a buddy at work, or that he work because Jet works for Johnston Equipment, which fixes those little things that you see in like a Home Depot or whatever. That little not the Unitos, but the forklifts, but they're smaller. I think that's a specific machine that he fixes and maintains in all these different places. And there's this one place where there's a guy who listens to the pod every week.
Really?
Whenever Jet goes in there, he's like, Jetson!
Oh, he knows him.
Yeah, he just was like, hey, Jetson! He found out that he was, because all the great stories over the last few years of Jet.
Awesome.
So, saying hi to that guy. Shout out to that guy that is a fan of the pod. It's,
hey, bud. Thanks for listening.
Hey, we'll find out your name. Maybe get you a hat so you can really get things going.
I know when my sister and I moved my mom from her apartment to Northwood care facility in Halifax, I didn't even know how much low-key worry I was tangling with until that was gone.
Yeah.
So I'm sure when they're in their new apartment and you realize there isn't that corner of your brain that's like, I wonder what's going on up there. I hope everything's okay up there.
Yeah.
It's so much peace. And even if it's a bit of an adjustment at first, hopefully it'll be social for them and, card games, and they'll show movies and stuff if it's anything like most facilities are nowadays,
I know. And my mom can't be by herself. She can't, obviously can't drive anymore, but being with her, like I was shopping with her and she would ask, oh, we have to get peanut butter. It's like, oh, we just got peanut butter and put it in there. We go down 2 aisles. Oh, wait, we got to get peanut butter.
Right.
Another aisle later. Oh, no, we got to get peanut butter.
That's your mom's memory?
Yeah. So she can remember anything that's happened in the past, like to the second, easily, like recollect something. But, putting something one place and talking to somebody and going back to remember to do that other thing. Although she can cook and stuff like that still, she just can't really stay on track in terms of conversation. You have to remind her and then she's back again.
Right.
But it's just really crazy to see the difference in the last year, from then to, like, I never really kind of noticed it. I'd heard, like, okay, you kind of told that story like a half an hour ago. But, sometimes that happens with people that normally they'll forget they just said something. But this it's like so obvious now where it's like, wow, you have to, and it's that thing where you were dealing when you were talking with your mom is you can't, and I believe the doctor told you that you can't tell them something that they're talking about. Because if you say, hey, if you're kind of disruptive where it's like, you remember I did this, she gets upset and she's like, oh no, and it's brand new for her.
Well, yeah, the big lesson and the big epiphany was your reality doesn't matter anymore. It's their reality.
Yeah.
So if it's bad news, especially, that was the example. If someone's husband passed away, every time you tell them, oh no, remember Norman died. Yeah. They're learning that for the first time every time.
Yeah. So they're feeling that emotion
every
time. So,
and the challenge is, though sometimes it can be very frustrating to not get frustrated because you just have to surf the wave. It'll be over soon. I was talking about this with a bud the other day because my mom had devised tricks, and I've since learned that this is fairly common, that if you said, did you have lunch today? She'd say, yeah. And you say, what did you have? Oh, probably a sandwich or a bowl of soup.
Yeah.
And it took me a long time to realize, oh, wait a sec, you're bluffing. Yeah. You can't remember if you had lunch, so you're listing things that are things that people have for lunch. It's pretty clever.
And I can see sometimes if you say, no, I just did that, remember? You can see the fear in her eyes, like, oh, fuck, it happened again. Yeah. You know what I mean? So you have to just really be like, oh, no, it's okay, she was trying to tell me about something that happened when on the sale of the first house that I got for them, and saying, well, you know, the bank did this and there's this money that I don't know about. It's like, Mom, it's fine. Don't worry. It's okay.
Yeah.
Because what she says is shocking, almost like, you know, the bank took, you know, $20,000 or $40,000 and didn't give it to you. So in her mind, which is, I can see how she can see it happening and understand it, but you can't be disruptive in your answer. It just has to be, no, it's okay. Don't worry. I got everything. Everything went as planned. There was no hidden stuff or costs or fees. It's all good. I got everything. Don't worry. You know.
I think that's the thing. Just reassure, and it gets a little bit tricky. Where with dementia, for example, if there are hallucinations, to them those are extremely real. There's someone on the deck, or someone broke into my apartment. Yeah. So if you don't really say anything, they're like, I don't understand why you're not reacting, but you can't also get them wound. So just surf the wave seemed to be the best advice. So
and my dad's fine. I mean, he has really bad. It's hard for him to breathe. If he gets up and to do something, he's overexerted very easily. So he has to be really careful. But he's very aware. So it's good to have them together to kind of. And they're so close. I mean, it's hilarious hearing them talk. I mean, my dad's got likes black coffee, and she likes cream in her coffee. And he's like, you like the creamy, and I like the blackie. I'm the blackie, and I'm the blackie, and you're the creamy. In the back seat while we're driving them, they're talking and just laughing about, like, you know, conversations that it's just mind blowing that they're talking and talking back and forth. Still,
so
like,
cute,
you know, into conversation, and that's something that probably keeps them alive the most. The fact that they're still inquisitive about each other and want to share stories and want to hear what the other has to say and wants to reflect and respects the other person's opinion. That's the best stuff right there.
That's sweet. And you know what? I mean, it's still a big change, and not to diminish what this new chapter will be like for them. But in many cases, you hear about, like, you know, imagine if Beryl had to go into a home and Ronnie could stay in the house. That is so hard. So it's great that they're going together and they're in an apartment together and all that. Yeah,
good stuff.
I want to hear the story of how Ronnie and Beryl met. Maybe we'll do that after the break.
Sure.
Is it a good one?
I think it is, from what I remember, yeah.
All right. Let's take a break, Bob.
All right, Bob.
Where's my beer chair?
Hey, Ludi. Man, I got the tickets, man. We're going to Game 4. Are you psyched or what?
No way.
Yeah.
Right on. So what's the plan for the night? We going to the game or going to grab a couple drinks or something first?
Yeah, of course. Whatever. Yeah, we'll go, like, grab some drinks.
Nice one, man.
Why are you doing that? Why are you yawning, man? It's freaking Game 4.
Man, I'm just so tired.
What are you talking about?
What do you mean?
It's the turning point, man. It's on.
LeBron. I can't wait this tonight, eh? They can lock him up tonight.
Dude, what? Are you kidding me? Like, we're going to get...
Oh, sorry, man. I'm just so tired.
Tired guy.
Oh.
I hate tired guy. We know tired guy.
Well, I might be tired guy.
Really?
Well, when I'm on the road, I shut her down pretty early.
Oh, yeah. But, yeah, it is the end. It's not like you hit it, like, right before the show, imagine.
But I don't think I'm...
to go on? Oh, man.
At least I'm overt tired guy. I'm not like, man, tonight's going to be epic. Oh.
Yeah, no.
Sneaky tired guy who's all talking at 9:45.
Yeah.
He's like oh, man. I got to call it.
You're out and that happens. Like you've gone to a bar and you're like just an hour in and it's like, oh, man.
Man, probably going to pull the chute.
Probably a better idea I get some sleep than just get up and get too banged up.
Well, I am definitely guilty of that.
I'm going to bed right away and they're gone like 5 minutes later.
I'm guilty of that, but I never am not that guy. So it's not like I pretend to be anything
You're
but.
saying
I just am that guy.
What about negative guy?
Who finds fault with everything always?
Yeah. Like even say he's like doing something and everybody would do on a daily basis.
Oh, okay, perfect. So I'll be the girlfriend.
The girlfriend?
Yeah, of negative guy. Call in.
What? Yeah.
Thanks for coming to hot yoga. I know it's not your favorite thing, but I know that your doctor was saying you should find different ways to relax. And you know what? Like the old saying goes, you never know it until you try it, okay?
Why is it so hot in here?
Well, because it makes you super bendy, first of all. And second of all, I would just like to thank you before the class starts for being tolerant and open to trying this.
Man. My pants are all itchy.
Well, I know that just means your skin is acclimatizing to the heat.
Oh man, I don't like this, I don't think.
Well, it hasn't even started yet. The teacher's just arriving. Let's just honestly stay 15 minutes. Just give me 15 minutes of uninterrupted, non-negative time, okay?
This mat isn't soft enough.
You have to whisper a little bit.
Look at his mat over there. It's all puffy.
It's the same mat.
It is not. His is soft. Mine's not soft.
It's the same mat, Colin.
Honestly, does it have to be this hot
Well, the
in here?
first thing is it's hot yoga, first of all.
I know, but like this is really hot yoga.
Well, the second thing is you're not supposed to talk during yoga.
I think this is like too hot yoga.
All I want in the world is for you to try this for 15
I'm just
minutes.
supposed to sit here. I don't have to do nothing.
Please.
I'm sweating already.
Please.
I don't have to do anything. Look, I'm sweating. Look, feel my look at
Colin.
sweating. Just sitting here.
Colin.
No wonder this
Touch
people say
your toes
yoga's
like everyone else.
No wonder people feel like they're working out when they're doing yoga. It's all sweating because it's all hot in here. Too hot in here. Way too hot in here.
I didn't want to do this tonight, but it's over.
What's over?
Shh. Our relationship.
Class?
Yes.
Class?
We're going to stop at Box Depot on the way home, and you're going to get some boxes, and you're going to pack, and you're going to move tonight.
What are you talking about, man? You get all negative for.
Oh, yeah, because I'm the one who's negative.
It's too hot in here, man. I don't care anyway.
I don't like Colin.
Why would you?
Colin's one of those dudes that HATES everything.
He's a.
There are lots of Collins around, though, bud.
How about
Jeremy Taggart, can I tell you something? I'm a very,
What?
very positive person by nature, as you know. And you are, too.
Oh, yes. Well,
But even positive
be.
people, if you start to track the number of negative thoughts you have in the run of a day,
yeah,
it's a lot.
I know.
You
Try
need to
to dust
reprogram
those
yourself to shut that stuff down.
Yeah, man. Who likes negativity, even though it just kind of just floats into your head like.
I know. It'll sneak in there a lot, though, if you let it.
Yeah, I try to get it on lockdown.
Try to get it on lockdown. Shut out your inner critic.
I got the best view going on, and this is the best office ever. Because right now I'm looking. Annalise is healthy as a horse, by the way, all set.
Great.
And she's on the trampoline. Lisa's lying down, and Anna's just bouncing, jumping all over the place around her.
Perfect.
And the lake's right behind them, so
Awesome.
it's just like epic.
Pretty hard to be negative guy looking at that.
And it's like 25 degrees today right now.
Summertime and the living is easy.
Yeah, if like the barometers are act,
We're going to do Volcano Guy.
the thermometer.
Volcano Guy's the guy that goes 0 to past in a nanosecond for no reason. And they're like tinder boxes because you never know
Yeah.
what's going to set them off. And there's a lot of these dudes.
Yeah, they got rage.
Okay, so let's
Sometimes
be
you
at Gus Podamos's or one of those family restaurants.
Oh, one of those like Philly Piccadillys or whatever.
Yeah. Lulus.
So.
Milestones. No. What's the one that's even more Western? Lone Star.
Moxie's?
I think Moxie's is too upscale.
Oh, is it? Okay, so you're thinking more like what?
I'm thinking one where people have a nickname on their badge, like Gopher.
Like Wimpies?
What is that?
That's like a diner vibe here.
Blimpies?
Wimpies. Like Wimpy from Popeye.
All right.
Let's go to Wimpy's.
Okay.
It's a nice, fun place, diner style, Popeye stuff on the wall, 50s, you know?
Okay, I'm in.
Maybe some Elvis playing.
I'm in. All right, I'm in.
Maybe we should get some. Oh, I can't right now, but I should play some Elvis, but for vibes. But,
so it's like 50s diner styles?
Yeah, 50s diner styles.
Got it.
What do you get? What are you getting?
I don't know, man.
I'm getting pancakes.
Oh my God. Did you see that?
What?
The way she put down the water in front of me like I'm some kind of idiot.
Shh. Calm down.
I will be calm, but I just don't understand why she thinks it's okay to set the water down like that. Who does that?
Well, Dwart, calm down.
Would you quit telling me to calm down? I am calm.
No, you're
not. I am calm.
You're yelling. Put on some Buddy Holly or something.
Well, maybe I wouldn't have to yell if she didn't set my water down like I'm some type of jerk.
Isn't your mom she likes Elvis? Look, there's Elvis.
Why does everything have to come back to Elvis?
Just calm down, Dwart.
Wait a sec.
Calm down.
Did you notice that the people at the table behind us got their food and they got here after us?
Shh, calm
Excuse
down.
Me!
Oh, why?
Excuse me!
Dwart! Look, why don't you just pick up your menu
she's
and
not even
pick
looking.
something?
Let's get out of here. She's not even looking at me.
No, what do you mean? Get out of here.
I know when I am being made to look like some kind of a-hole.
Would you oh my God, Dwart!
Hello?
Why do you have to do this every single time? Oh my God, everyone's staring at us.
Well, it's not my fault everyone's staring at us just because this is some idiot fest.
Oh my. Let's go. Let's get out of here.
Oh, tell me you're not feeling the same way.
No. Let's get the hell out of here. Life with Dwart.
Volcano Guy. It actually gives me the full body guzz. Because I've spent time around some volcano people in my life, and it is no fun.
I know. I've seen it firsthand many times.
And this is the thing. Volcano people, as soon as they get their way, are like, isn't this great?
No, I know.
But they've just thrown a wrecking ball through everything.
No, I know.
And don't understand that it leaves a wake.
At like a check-in counter?
Yeah.
Volcano Guy because the room isn't ready?
Yeah.
Or the airport?
What do you mean? Have I been Volcano Guy? Have you ever been Volcano Guy?
No, but there's rightful Volcano Guy for right reasons. But when it's like you're late and you just don't want to stand in line, Volcano Guy?
Yeah.
That's Volcano Guy. When it's not totally unnecessary to be that way.
Yeah, I guess so. I've been like minor Volcano Guy before.
No, the Volcano Guy would be the guy that does never, like, when a server comes to bring your stuff, that doesn't acknowledge and only points out mistakes.
Yeah.
Never anything nice. That's Volcano Guy.
Well, I don't like when people are Volcano Guy at your table.
No, I know.
Because then they're like, that table is the volcano table.
No, I know. It's like Volcano Guy is like is a link to a chain that once the whole chain's going down. It's a bad link that is on a very important chain.
Well, that's the other thing we've talked about before, where someone offers to pick up the tab and you know they're not a good tipper.
Oh,
and then you're lumped in with the cheap steens.
Yeah, exactly. They're like throwing a 13%er or something.
Yeah.
And then you look, and the server's looking at everybody like, what a bunch of
That's when you have to say, I forgot something on the table. I'm going to run back real quick.
Yeah. I remember being in a restaurant once, and I think it was a a cheap little place in the States, which makes it even worse, right? Where they left $11 for a like $10.50 meal. I was like, come on, man, you can't do that, especially here.
Who did that?
Somebody I know. Okay, I'm not gonna say, but I put down like $2 and like, come on,
Brutal.
do that.
The sneaky 50-cent tip. Well, what do they want?
Yeah,
I tend to
Who cares?
over-tip Pensate if the service is bad because I assume they're probably not making much in tips.
Yeah, or like disgusting leaving the room all messy in a hotel and nothing, not a dime.
Yeah. Well, do you leave
That's
a tip
the
in the
worst.
hotel room?
Yeah,
Always?
$5.
Yep. If you're there for a week or you're there for one night?
Well, yeah, I've left 20. I've left more sometimes, depending on what kind of situation's gone on,
Understood.
right?
So if it's really bad, you might leave a 50
Yeah,
as
'cause
like hush money?
Yeah, if there's like a 50 and it's like there's maybe a stain on the floor, I'm sure they're not going to call the front desk and complain.
What do you think Andre the Giant had to leave in his room?
Oh man, like a broken bottle of wine on the floor?
And $1,000 tip and some he defecate in the
oil-
tub, wipe
and
himself
some
on the
oil.
curtains.
Some oil on the bed?
That's $1,000. So gross.
No, that like, or the, like, remember the Who and bands like that, or Zeppelin? They would have to basically, they would pay extreme amounts in fines from replacing stuff at the hotels. And they got banned from the Holiday Inn.
The Who did?
Yeah, they were trashing every single one. Isn't that crazy? Like destroying every room?
Who was telling me? Oh, I think it was.
But they would pay like $5,000 to pay. Eventually they were like, I don't care if you're paying for it. Like, we have to frickin' spend 3 days repairing the rooms.
I can't remember who's telling me. I think it might have been when Snoop.
Like, dude, Keith Moon would like break through a wall to go to his buddy's room. Like, he would break a huge hole in the wall. Yes. Like, his sledgehammer, he would get stuff. Like, I would need a sledgehammer. And he all of a sudden would show up at the party, like, through the wall. For, like, effect, right? Just to be like, what the fuck? Really?
I mean, that's kind of amazing.
How wouldn't that be the best entrance? You hear the smashing. And then all of a sudden the wall comes through and it's like Keith Moon's here.
Well, especially if you were wasted when it happened. You'd be like,
what's that noise?
what the? Like, and then just the lowest key, like, hello guys, sorry I'm late.
Hello, mates. Nice to see you, mates.
What is, you've told some stories
Oh,
about
God,
prankery in hotels. What's the most damage you've ever done?
Drywall over him. I remember with the trailer park fellas destroying a whole closet in Montreal.
Yeah.
Like punching through, like pretending to do like karate scenes and it was like, because it was like those, wooden shutters, so you could put your hand through it if you punched it hard enough.
And the door was just like sticks?
we were doing like scenes like Chuck Norris and like punching like damn it, I told you not to do that, like angry at the guy but not punching him, punching the cupboard like in a bit.
No.
Wouldn't you love to do one of those just for a laugh?
Yeah, for sure.
That's what the kind of stuff. And Alex was there, Alex, he can be sneaky funny.
Yeah.
Right? He's like, well, I thought I told you what to tell you, and smash his hand through the thing.
So whose room was it?
I don't even remember, but then we pieced it all back together with like Kahlua and glue. Like little crappy glue and Kahlua to darken it so it looked normal over the cracks. And apparently, we didn't get any bill or nothing, so nobody found out for a day or two. Somebody probably opened it and the whole thing fell apart.
Yeah, right. You go to hang up a sweater,
Yeah, it's
and
like
it explodes.
Yeah. That's good times. That was probably the best destruction, but I remember other times just being really banged up and like I remember once with the guy I threw a big potted plant down the stairs. You know, like the clay pots. It's just so stupid. Like, and then he took, because we were in like an area where there was like, you know, where it's like the downstairs, it's like 2 floors down to the next level, that kind of stairs towards the basement. And there was these big trays of like glasses that were to go into the restaurant ballroom or something. And my buddy just grabs one of the trays and just throws it down the stairs.
Such
So
punkish
loud.
destruction.
Just insane. Like, what the hell are we doing? Why are we doing that? It's up there.
Restless and reckless.
Just nuts. Craziness, eh?
Did you ever get on the hook for anything?
No,
Like extra
luckily
charge
enough.
styles?
No. I was very stupid but lucky. You know what I mean?
I do. Of the people in the rock band that you played with, were you the one most apt to maybe get into mischief?
110,000%. Without question. For sure. Why not?
Why not?
What are we supposed to do? Just sit there and go to bed?
Well, it's not the 2 hours a day that you're on stage you have to worry about. It's the 22 other hours.
Exactly. And they get long.
Imagine if this became the podcast that people listen to, like that was the week before Torrens went ape at the hotels they stayed in. Like I got all
Destruction.
inspired by you, and I
I
became a nightmare throwing stuff around.
Yeah. Like I said, it's stupid. I'm honestly not proud of it. But being honest with the stories.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
It was a different time, man. That's rock and roll. Plus,
It
people
is.
forget you were 18 years old.
Yeah. Or 28.
Or 38.
Or 30.
But you know what? Age is just a number. We're going to have some fun, Bot. I'm excited for this rip.
Yeah, it's going to be a blaster.
Let's take a break a toonie.
Ooh, yeah.
This episode of Taggart And Torrens is brought to you in part by Chipotle. Chipotle, chips and guac, tacos, and enchiladas. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Louie.
And I'm Lolo.
And we're
Scats Ass.
We're just a couple of jazz musicians.
Just 2 of us.
But now we play all the Beatles classics.
We do all the best hits that you've ever heard.
Like...
Shakata.
And Badin to the brain. Not to forget
or we also do also
we used to be a trio,
but now we're a duo.
because, well, it's kind of a long story.
I feel a little bit sad that when we talk about him, but he's gone now.
Our third member has this rare disorder where in the winter he was perfectly fine temperature-wise, but in the summer he had to lie in a bathtub of ice.
He'd be in a t-shirt in the middle of winter, and he was lying in that ice all summer, remember?
And in the summer he would just have on a pair of underpants. But what happened is he was lying in a bathtub on the front yard,
Oh,
and the sun melted the ice, and would you believe he drowned?
he sure did.
And we think of him every single day.
Well, we wrote a song about it, too.
We did.
Yeah.
Squeered it.
It's so much fun playing with you still.
Well, we're jazz musicians,
Yeah,
and we couldn't be happier to announce that we're going to be back at the Montreux Jazz Festival this year.
Yes, it's going to be a great time. No, it's a little close to home. It's only about 20 minutes away. It's a Montreux being in New England, of course.
It's not the one that maybe you've heard of before, but it's no less prestigious.
It's not bad. Do you want to hear the song that we wrote about going to Newport this year?
3, 4.
I get so energized. It is jazz.
I can't wait to perform that one live.
I saw Wynton Marsalis the other day on an airplane. It's just nice to see your peers, people of our ilk. You don't see a lot of jazz musicians around anymore.
It's kind of a unspoken thing because he didn't technically say anything to us, but he knew we were there, and he gave us our space, and we gave him space too.
Maybe they want to know how we started. Do you remember how we started? We were originally performers on instruments.
Yeah.
We were going to play, what the club was it? The Brass Tap?
Snaky Jacks.
Yeah, Sneaky Jacks up on 35th and 4th.
Snaky Jacks.
Yeah, in the Soho district of New England's favorite...
It was at 35th and 35th.
In Port.
And our instruments were stolen out of our Chrysler Sebring. And so we had to go on. I mean, the show must go on.
The show must go on.
And so what we did was...
We didn't do it with instruments. We just... Whoa!
I realized that it was really moving people.
I remember seeing people's jaws dropping.
And Scats Ass is now, we're booked to play 3 dates over the summer. It's our busy wedding season.
We're looking forward to it.
Yeah, because we also do, for a wedding. Why don't you show the people your runs?
Oh, okay.
That's our real showstopper and something that we tend to reserve for the encore.
Sorry about that. I don't need to upstage you a little bit.
You're a hard act to follow, but that's when I go.
That's called the Octopus. We learned that one back when we were young.
It's because you can't see us, but my tongue is actually moving in 8 different directions.
It looks... And when I do my rolls, it's kind of like a Muppet thing.
One of our favorite songs to perform as a Beatles tribute act is Boogie cacken go sway je te puide pues a duro jabe dobe dobe do.
Hey Louie, you're the best.
You're the best too, Lolo.
Thanks for playing with me today. Hey, we should go practice.
Thanks for listening to the Cat's Ass podcast.
The Scats Ass?
Scats Ass. We're the Scats Ass.
Yes, sure we are. Who are those guys?
Scats Ass. They are the Scats Ass. Hey, buds.
Hey, buds.
It's the 3rd part of our 149th episode.
Yeah.
We are in our Airbnb in Hamilton.
Mm-hmm.
It's the night after our 150th spectacular in London.
Wow.
Which was spectacular.
It sure was.
We had a show in Waterloo the first night. Lots of fun. So many buds there. And then last night for our 150th, we had video cameras recording all the action. And our bud Timbo was there.
Yeah.
And he recorded the audio.
We had all the bods together.
Yeah, Sylvia was there. Mike the bod was there.
It was a great hang.
Our bod Steve from Air Canada was there, which was awesome.
Yes.
Hodge was there.
Yeah.
A first responder bud who uses a lot of the games that we play on the show to teach his students, which is pretty cool.
Love that stuff.
And there was such a spirit about it. It was so fun. And what we've been doing on this run is ending the night in a sing-along and playing a little bit longer. And by gum, it's fun to see you behind the drums. And the buds seem to be having a good time.
Yeah, we're having a gas. We're right square in the middle of it.
Yeah.
So we hit Hamilton tonight, and then we're rocking into Kingston, and then we're rolling into Ottawa to finish her up.
Ever fun, Laramie?
What do you think?
I'm excited to release the 150th episode
Yeah.
as a live show because we've taped a bunch of live shows before, but this one, it felt like our game was pretty tight and the audience was engaged. People were having a good time.
Yeah, it was a cool little room, too.
Really nice little room.
Nice little spot.
And
the
London...
ballroom, I guess, is what it's specifically called. Because it's right near Rum Runners, but it's not Rum Runners.
Part of the same complex.
Yeah.
And guess who was playing downstairs, Bods?
Great White. What do you think of that?
And it was there was some chain link fence and some folks that looked like they were from Heavy Metal Parking Lot waiting out back.
I went and saw a couple songs.
Of Great White?
Yeah.
How was it?
They were doing the thing, yeah.
They were great.
Rocking. I saw one jam, and like they went into a like acoustic thing, and the drummer like went back, like probably to go have a dart or something.
No.
Like left the stage.
He did the sneaky like walk away?
They were doing their ED.
Oh, right, with the slow build?
Yeah.
Well, it was interesting to see the folks line up super early for Great White.
Yeah.
Because they were, who you might expect would show up for Great White, but they were there like a couple hours before the show started.
Yeah. And they were talking. I heard them talking. I don't know. They were nice.
Nice folks.
Seemed like good bots.
I kind of got locked out of the venue, and on my walk back upstairs where we were, I walked past the dressing room, and I saw a London jersey hanging on a hanger. So, like, everywhere we play, dude, we have to wear a shirt from the town that we're in. So it was all hanging in the dressing room and ready to go.
Love it. And then, remember that weird, creepy guy we saw in the parking garage?
We did. I have to say, about both Waterloo and London, they like, I don't know if it's because summer's in full effect, but it seems like they're happening spots, both of them.
Yeah, there was tons of people out.
Lots going on downtown. Mm-hmm. We went to the Jack Astors after the show.
Yeah, the Jack Astors had some chicken fingers and whatnot.
We went to the Scats Astors after the show.
They had Scatsies. So we're at our fresh Airbnb. It's not a bad spot. It's 4 bedrooms.
It's great.
1 upstairs, 3 downstairs.
That's how we roll.
And there's some major construction on the street.
Yeah.
And we're rolling, we get sound check in about an hour right now.
Airbnb has actually been the perfect move for us because we have our own space. Mm-hmm. You know, we can party in our own rooms, but also come together if we're lonely.
Yeah.
It's kind of trippy doing this segment face-to-face, isn't it?
It is.
I don't know where to look.
Well, I guess we're looking. We pretend we're on the phone. That's how it works.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
maybe I'll close my eyes, bud.
Look at these things. You can juggle, right?
Oh yeah.
See,
there's
we have these balls on the table that are like carved. Are they carved?
Guess so.
Maybe not.
Every table surface in this whole place is mirrors. So I don't know if that's for the gag.
That's for the gag. If you did, we'd like all set if we were on the gag.
The funny thing about the live shows is we haven't really been doing many characters.
Yeah, it's mostly been tales.
The stories have been Berlin, and we haven't, like, we'll get to the end of the show and realize we didn't do Andrea and Laramie, or we didn't do Joe and Gino. We haven't done anybody.
Yeah.
We haven't even really done Donovan.
Well, we did introduce again to Ontario robo drummer.
Jared does this robot drummer thing where he plays different styles and tempos. Donovan's created a robot drummer who doesn't quite have all the kinks worked out.
Yeah, and it's a little static, as it were.
No kidding.
She's a bit static back there.
Let's take a quick break, buds.
Yep.
Crunch, 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 crunch. Thanks a lot, baby. Get out of here. Don't let the door hit you on the way out. Crunch, 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 crunch.
Hey, Bernie.
Hey, Gord, how are you?
I'm good. Can you just give me a hand through the window here real quick?
No problem here.
What have you been up to, Burns?
Well, just working on tours, a few tours.
Whose tours specifically?
Oh, why do you always mention that?
Just making casual conversation, Bernie.
Well, I mean, Bruce is going up the...
Did you get that royalties check I sent your way?
I didn't, actually.
Curious. Oh, I must have direct deposited it because I do it so often. That's just easier for me.
Okay, what do you want, Gord?
Well, I just wanted to talk to you for a few minutes because you never know when inspiration's gonna strike.
Sure.
And I've been huddled away in my natural habitat working on songs for the new record.
Oh, really? That's great to hear. Can I hear a couple?
Yeah, they're not done. These turds haven't been fully polished. But I do have some notions that I was hoping to share. It's just on paper so far.
Well, where's your guitar? Are you going to play a couple?
I didn't bring it down because I was worried that the last time I handed it through the window, you almost dropped it. Plus, if I'm being honest with you, it's getting a little bit heavy.
Okay, can maybe just let's hear a couple
Okay,
songs.
so I'm just going to get out my
trusty notepad here, and where I write the lyrics out longhand.
Okay.
I want to find a new original voice.
Yeah.
So this is called Summer of 49. I'll just kind of hum it to you.
Okay.
About my first real 12-string, training at the two-letting day.
Okay. Gord, I mean, that's Bryan Adams.
Sorry, what's Bryan Adams?
That song, that's Summer of 69.
No, sorry, this is... Oh, did I not enunciate? This is about the summer of 49.
49?
Yes.
But it's the same song.
Clearly, there's a 20-year difference between the Bryan Adams, Jim Valance song and this one that I've crafted.
So, okay, so you're covering Summer of 69, but you're changing the lyric.
No, I don't think you're understanding me. I haven't even gotten to the chorus.
Well,
it was the summer of 49.
That's the same song, Gord.
Well, to be honest with you, I've never heard this other song that you're talking about, so sometimes ideas are just in the ether.
Gord, do you remember how mad you got when you heard the Whitney Houston song? How mad
I do, yes.
Yeah. You're doing the same thing now to Bryan. You want to do that?
Okay, so scratch Summer of 49, even though I was actually there in the summer of 49.
Okay, what else you got?
Bryan Adams wasn't there in the summer of 69. It was written by Jim Valance. He would have been just a boy in short pants.
Okay, Gord, what else you got?
Okay, this one's called Sunday in the Park. Sunday in the Park.
Are you kidding me?
Must have been Canada Day.
That's a Saturday in the Park.
What do you mean?
That's the song Saturday in the Park.
Someone needs to get the wax out of their sound holes. It clearly said Sunday in the Park.
That's okay. Do you have any other ones?
Friday night's alright for Friday.
Okay, now Elton John?
Monday, bloody Monday.
Alright, okay, stop wasting my time.
It's just another manic Tuesday.
Alright, okay.
What?
Gord, listen.
Bernie, is this a good time to remind you that you work for me?
Why do you always gotta push me around?
I'm not pushing you around.
I'm telling you, if you want to do a covers album with the different lyrics, that's fine, but you have to call it what it is, okay?
This S is bananas, B-A-N-A-N-A-S.
Okay, Gord, bye.
Bernie?
Yeah. Yeah, shut the door on you. Now, call him Bruce.
Boom gang gang go ding gang, ju boom bounce, do do boom bam bam ticka do down.